What up, guys? It's your boy, Big Will, Minute, back with another Bruce Blitz video, non-copyrighted, because videos got taken down, got striked, so I took all of them down. But I'm gonna keep giving you guys the videos, just without the Bruce Blitz content. Again, there will be no Bruce Blitz content in this video. It will just be me reacting to him. But I don't care about the video. I just want the comment section, because that's what I miss, the interaction I had with you guys. So this one is the Wrestlemania one. It's long originally. Hopefully, because all the extra talking they do, I can get it cut down like I did the Royal Rumble. So hope you guys enjoy. Peace.
It's your boy Minute. Welcome to the Vendetta Army.
What up, guys? It's your boy, Big Will, Minute. This is my WrestleMania review. Just like I did with Royal Rumble. I'm going to listen to Mr. Blitz as he goes through his review, and I'm going to give my input as we go. First thing I like to say, Kofi. Let me give him his props now, because got a feeling Bruce ain't gonna do it. Kofi walking out with the belt, Brock not walking out with the belt, the Iconics winning the belts, Rey Mysterio getting squished, Carmella winning the Women's Battle Royal, Braun Strowman winning the Men's Battle Royal. I need Braun on WrestleMania card. You know, the man, something always happened. This man can never get on the WrestleMania card. Don't know what's going on with that. AJ and Randy Orton. AJ winning, but the crowd completely no-selling AJ. This the MetLife crowd boo. The match selection. Boo. That killed the crowd. The Fatal 4-Way for the tag team titles for the men. It saved the crowd. And Miz and Shane saved the crowd, because they was losing the crowd. Then it took a lull. Kurt Angle, Baron Corbin. Boo, because we got Thugonomics John Cena. But yet he didn't wrestle Kurt Angle. So that's a boo. And thank God Becky won, even though it was a botch fest into that match. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't like Becky, but I'm glad she won. Now we can move on. We can move on from it now. The fans got what they want. Now we can watch Becky just do it to herself. She's going to... Little did I know that it didn't end, and it's still going on right now. To this day. And it doesn't look like it's slowing down. Another sigh. If I can go back and tell my younger self, hey, you just said on camera you glad Becky Lynch won because you thought that it was finally going to end and we were going to move on from it. But no, it's still going on as we speak. Okay, back to the video. Ruin herself by just being her.
and doing her shit work in the ring. And this will be a shit title run. She's gonna do it to herself. Becky, you be Becky. You got there now. The fans got what they wanted. You did your anti-establishment thing. Now, continue to put your shit work, and think that's gonna suffice for you holding both belts. Alrighty, kudos to that. And again, Kofi, with a tear in my eye. Love you, Kofi. All right. Now I got all that out the way. Come on, Bruce. Oh, Roman and Drew McIntyre. See, those matches are they forgettable. And then Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley. You know, Finn basically squashed Lashley. Roman basically squashed McIntyre, and Samoa Joe squashed Ray because they were trying to save time because they wanted to give Cena his thugonomics thing, I guess. So because it was too long, 7 hours, 16 matches, too long, too much stuff. They did a dance break in the middle of it for some strange reason. I'm all for Carmella and R-Truth, but there was no need for that dance break. And the way they set up for Cena to do his thing with Elias in this little concert thing. Alexa came out like 3 or 4 times. It was just too long. Towards the end of it, I was struggling. I was like, oh my God. I'm struggling like Michael Cole. But I'm pretty sure Bruce is going to allude to all that. So let's get with it.
Okay, I had to jump in here because there was something I said. I wish that you guys could have seen me say it, but of course I couldn't because it's part of the cut. But they're continuously going on and on and on, and he talks about how the show is 7 hours because he harps on that, which is understandable. The show was way too damn long. But this review of his, my original review was over 2.5 hours. That's from me skipping a lot. His original review, 5 hours. You want to talk about the show being too long? You mean to tell me you stayed up 7 fucking hours, then decided to do a live stream review for another 5 hours? Bro, that's your fault. You are completely and utterly stupid. Stupid. Don't talk about the show being long when you do the same exact thing. They've been blabbling and rambling and talking about all type of other craziness about one of the SNL guys banging Scarlett Johansson, Buddy Murphy banging Alexa Bliss. They talk some indie stuff and wrestling. Just barely anything about the goddamn show. And you wonder why your review is over 5.5 hours. I mean, come on, bro. That's only 2 hours less than the actual wrestling show. And all you guys are doing is freaking talking. Sorry, mini rant. Back to the video. Yeah, at this point, I was getting legit frustrated because I was like, you know what? I'm only going to do major matches because I kept looking at how long this review was and where I was at that time. I was like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it 5 hours. I was getting frustrated. I was getting triggered. They were pissing me off. And I was like, dude, I really didn't want to do it anymore. So that's when I gave the disclaimer. Like, I'm only doing major matches. Because otherwise, I ain't going to fucking make it.
I'm going to do this match. The Kofi. The John Cena Thugonomics. The Batista Triple H. And then the last one. That's all I want to hear them talk about. I'm not gonna listen to nothing else. Because it's a mess around to be like a 2-hour video. I want to know if he's going to talk about how the crowd was dead as hell, and then typical Randy Orton, he always trolls the crowd, and he started getting on the crowd to try to get them into the match. I wonder if he's going to talk about that, because that needed to be done, and it kind of worked, but then they kind of ended it shortly afterwards. Because Randy knew the crowd was dead, so he did his Randy Orton thing. That's a veteran right there. It's a veteran move. Using your character.
You know, looking back on this, he was really all in on his thing to hate now is what he calls the vanilla midgets. Because leading up into the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, he talked pretty much about Johnny Gargano and Daniel Bryan gimmick of being shoot wrestlers being completely ridiculous because they're small, like the whole time. And you gotta realize during a 5-hour podcast review, I could only take so much of. If you were talking about the show for 5 hours, I mean, I would be all for it because you're giving like analysis and you're like going all in and you're engaging. But when you're not even talking about the match, you'll start to talk about the match, but then you're just so mad about something else that you go back to talking about something. One, somebody who's not even on the show, and two, someone who's not even in said match. I mean, come on. I mean, looking back on it in hindsight, we all know why he was doing it because, Roman just came back, so he can't completely get back on being on Roman yet because he invested all this time into being against smaller guys. That's his new heel gimmick now, so that's what he was doing. But it was getting borderline ridiculous. I mean, come on, bro. It's the fatal 4-way match. Let's talk about that, or give it your attention, not phase off and start talking about smaller guys not being shoot wrestlers. And you wonder why. It's 5 hours. I want to see how long mine's going to be. This one when I cut out all his stuff, it'll probably be about 30 minutes. Maybe. Now, I will give Bruce credit. When he's not talking about someone that he hates and he's not trying to do his little heel gimmick, he gives some really good points. During this Miz and Shane match, he was making great points about the storytelling, gave great analysis about how it compared to other types of wrestling from back in the day, and it was a real good segment. I give Bruce props on that because when he's not being ridiculous, he makes good points, which is the reason why I even joined his network to begin with, why I even became a fan, because I love his analysis, and he actually let it show during that segment. Good job. Now I remember sitting there thinking to myself, Bruce is a student of the business. When all things said and done, he knows the wrestling business. He knows what those guys struggle, what they go through, how hard it is to do it. He may go a little overboard sometimes with how he thinks certain characters are, but in the long run, he respects the business. So I was really thinking he was going to give Kofi some type of prop or at least congratulate him or do something, but no. During this whole Kofi segment, it was real hard to watch. I was real upset because he continued to disrespect this man and utterly destroy the match and destroy Kofi and talk about the character and what he's wearing and how he carries himself and then he was going against Daniel Bryan, who he is already on the whole garden gnome homeless bum thing that he was calling him. So you have them two together, and his freaking yes men that co-sign everything he freaking does, freaking shills. This was hard because he disappointed me on this. Because no matter how I feel, I thought he would at least give that man some type of props for the man being in the company as long as he's been in, going through what he's gone through, being there day in, day out, barely getting hurt, doing what he needs to do to provide for his family and make that money and stay relevant for 11 years. And he finally got a chance to be on top, and he just completely shit on it. Of all the people who have held the title and they've been champion, they put the belt on over the years, and you just couldn't give this man any type of credit, any type of props, what it meant for the community, me as a black man, and then your shills on your panel co-signed everything you said. It was ridiculous, and like I didn't even pause to talk about it because I just wanted to get through it and get on to the next segment because I was about to cut it off, legit, because I really thought he was gonna not be himself, but I expected way too much for Mr. Blitz. Didn't disappoint. You continue to be the piece of shit that you've always been. But yeah, it's still painful. Bitch. Yeah, there's a total separate video for the entire segment of the John Cena Thugonomics little shtick. So I'm not even gonna put my part of that in this video because there's a whole video because it was requested for that whole entire segment. So that whole part, I'm just going to cut out completely because there's no use of double doing it when I have a whole video dedicated to it. So we're going to go ahead and keep it moving.
Okay, that's enough of that. So once again, Bruce does it again. I thought that he was going to actually show Kofi some respect, but he's too much of a bigot and a punk ass bitch to do that. So, but ain't nobody gonna like this video. Ain't nobody probably gonna watch this video, except the people who like Bruce Blitz but are not subscribed to him, and they will watch this just to hear some of his. So enjoy Bruce Blitz. Hit my social media, like button, subscribe, and share. Kofi freaking Kingston. How about that? Kofi Kingston. I'm gonna leave y'all with something. Kofi King Stone, WWE champion. Images. How about that? How about that? Kofi Mania. Get some. Look at all of it. It all. I'm a fan. It's all about Kofi. Yeah. Matter of fact, I like that picture right there. Let's say that. Peace, grease, and everything like that. See you boys on the flip side. Deuces.